A very good morning to all the students of class 8. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today, from your English book Skyline, we are going to be reading chapter number 11. And this chapter is about a man called Alfred Nobel. So let us start reading the chapter and know his story. So, as I told you, this is chapter number 11, and the name of the chapter is The Dynamite Merchant. The introduction says this story is about Alfred Nobel, who invented and made powerful explosives. This helped increase the destructive capability of human beings. Yet, Nobel left much of his fortune for the Nobel Prizes, one of which is aimed at promoting world peace. These two facts about Nobel are contradictory. Let us read the story to know about them. Alfred Bernard Nobel was born in Stockholm, Sweden on 21st October 1833. His father, Emanuel Nobel, was a self educated inventor. Alfred was the third of four sons. Failing in business in Stockholm, Emanuel Nobel took his family to St. Petersburg, Russia in 1842. There he manufactured rifles and land and water mines. Alfred was a sickly child and was educated at home by tutors. By the time he was 17 years old, he could speak five languages. He spent a year studying chemistry in Paris. Then he was in the United States for 4 years working under John Erickson, a naval engineer and shipbuilder. At 21, Alfred returned to St. Petersburg. His father had begun some experiments with nitroglycerine but abandoned them. Alfred resumed these experiments and invented a blasting cap made of fulminate of mercury and explosive salt to fire a charge of nitroglycerine. This cap was a significant historical development. So, the experiment which Alfred's father had given up, Alfred still continued doing those experiments. He still wanted to see that what would be the result of these experiments. Although still sickly, Noble took charge of the family business and soon diversified to bridge building and construction, which eventually motivated him to research new methods of blasting rock. In 1863, he returned to Sweden and set up a small factory to make nitroglycerine. A year later, a terrific explosion destroyed the factory and killed five people, including his youngest brother, Emil. Forbidden, that is, stopped and or not allowed. Forbidden by the Swedish government to rebuild the factory and determined to make the explosives safer to handle, Noble moved the factory to a barge moored in a lake. It's a kind of a ship. In 1866, after disastrous explosions at world ports, many nations forbid their vessels to carry nitroglycerine, but Noble was determined to find a solution. So, no, Alfred Nobel, he could see that nitroglycerine, when it explodes, it causes a lot of destruction. So, he wanted to find a safe way out. He was eventually successful when he mixed nitroglycerin with a special sand to make a sort of a clay which he patented as dynamite. This invention made Noble wealthy. He spent the next 10 years setting up plants in United States and Europe. In 1876, he patented blasting gelatin, a combination of gun cotton and nitroglycerin. So, to get something patent means that only your name or that probably the credit of that particular invention will be purely under your name, and you can look for the exact meaning. Also, it says got the official right to be the only person to make or sell an invention. All right. So Then his story goes further. This invention made Noble wealthy. He spent the next 10 years setting up plants in United States and Europe. In 1876, he patented blasting gelatin, a combination of gun cotton and nitroglycerin. So another you can say a type of uh, a blast a thing that could be used to explode. He got another one patent under his name, or registered under his name. In 1878, he and his brothers developed oil fields in Russia. In 1888, he invented ballistide, one of the first smokeless powder explosive. Noble never married. He found recreation in his laboratory and in writing poetry in imitation of his idol, that was Percy Bysshe Shelley. That is, he is also known as P.B. Shelley. He's a very famous English poet. In later years, he traveled throughout Europe and had homes in Paris, Stockholm, and San Remo, Italy, which earned him the title of the richest vagabond. In 1876, he met Bertha Kinsky, a Bohemian noblewoman. She was one of the world's leading pacifists. Pacifist is a person who believes that war is the most incorrect thing that one can get himself or herself involved into. A pacifier or a pacifist is someone who wants that everything should settle down peacefully. In letters to Noble over several years, she enlarged on his ideas for world peace. Noble's bequest for a peace prize was largely in tribute to her, though he was somewhat doubtful of the effectiveness of the pacifist movement. He died on December 10, 1896 in San Remo, leaving the executors of his will to work out the details of administering the Nobel prizes. So this is story about Alfred Nobel, who's also known as the dynamite merchant. One thing that I want to tell you after reading this story, whatever knowledge that you get, use it in a constructive manner, use it in a way that can be used for the welfare of the society, rather than thinking something destructive, something that can put you into trouble or maybe others also in trouble. So have a constructive thought process. Thank you so much.